Over the years, Nigerians have made complaints about the lopsided appointments by the President Muhammadu Buhari. Now that the Chief of Army Staff is gone, talking about Lieutenant General Atairu, who died in a plane crash over the weekend. What next? What should the President do? What should the President do to console the southeastern people? Should the President appoint someone as the Chief of Army Staff from that region? This is what we'll be looking at today on Diverse Views at News Joint with Michael Adikule. Let's quickly join our reviewers. I'll be right back. The president, to so many Nigerians, is somehow not balancing the government. Many Nigerians believe the president is sentimental. And now that the Chief of Army Staff, is gone, what system of governance do you expect the president to use? What style should he use in terms of fixing someone else in that position? Do you expect a repeat of what the president has done in the past to occur?
If you watch, since 2015, this government is government of Fulani, Mianti Allah of Fulani, by the Fulani, for the Fulani. Watch the appointments.
Okay.
Since 2015. Before Buhari finally swear in, he said, when you know that you want election, remaining the day of swearing in or doing the swearing in of that time, but they made this comment that he will give the people who vote for him 95% consideration and give the people who did not vote for him 5% consideration. That's number one. Now, when he went in, it took him 6 months to appoint ministers, to appoint other cabinet positions. If you look at the appointment he did on security side, non-Igbo man was there. The only man was there was that chief naval officer, which is OS member. Follow. Have no decision of his own. Civil defense, Fulani. Custom, Fulani. Immigration, Fulani. Police, Fulani. Air Force, Fulani. Army, Fulani. Minister of Defense, Fulani. All of them, Fulani. I think only 2 or 3 Yorubas and 1 from Akwa Ibom. South. The rest, Fulani. The same thing repeated. When people clamor, shout. Before he finally removed the service chiefs, he removed last year. People thought that he used that opportunity to balance the equation. He still chipped all the Fulanis in. The first Police Inspector General, he put in there Fulani. When that one removed, Fulani. The one he suspended and put this one again, Fulani. Now, what do you think that man can do? Look, Buhari don't know anything.
Even the acting Chief of Army Staff is an Hausa person.
Hausa person or Fulani person? That's what we don't understand. We group everybody in the north, Hausa. Everybody not in southern Hausa. We have other indigenous tribe in north that is not Hausa. Fulani is not Hausa. Hausa is not Fulani. The difference is there. But the Fulani man had under the name of Hausa doing whatever you want to do in the name of Hausa.
Which is not so.
Which is not so. Hausa is different tribe. And all these tribes were in northern Nigeria already before Fulani came and meet them. All the tribes in the north are indigenes. Fulani is only settler. Understand me? Now, Buhari don't know anything about anybody than I, Buhari. And Buhari don't know anybody in tribe than anybody, I, Fulani.
Now, what do we expect? This is May, we are heading towards June. And we've used half of the year, almost using half of the year. Now, what do you expect from this government?
What do I expect from them?
The last 6 months that will be coming up.
What do I expect from them? The usual thing. Normally, hunger and starvation.
Do you expect any change?
What change again? The next level we are in now. Killing and grabbing a lot of people.
In all sectors?
In all sectors. There's no changing. Tomorrow they will come and tell you, hey, inflation have dropped, the economy have improved, and you still go to market. Let market prove. Forget what they wrote on paper. Minister of Finance will come and tell you that what they call it?
Which one?
There's a word that they used to call it. They have dropped. They have dropped. Nigerian economy is speaking on newspaper, on media, but go to market. We are the common people in the street. Now, Gary have increased. 18% of Gary have increased again to 1,400. Before it was 1,200. Now it's 1,400.
And some governors are still saying,
all is well. Last time, was it Ekiti or one of the APC governors in the West here? I saw it on paper. I don't know whether it's sand they load on bag and package it and say pyramid of rice. Where is that rice? We are dying hunger. It's on paper. It was on paper. They put it like this and put Buhari picture. Pyramid of rice. But it's a pity that Southerners are playing politics. Southerners are playing politics. But the Fulanis are playing, I rule you. I will rule you. I will rule you. I'm your boss. Obey me. That's what they're playing. Southerners are playing this thing. Right. So there's nothing good I know this government can do. If you give them 1,000 years to rule, nothing they can do than nepotism. Nothing they can do than tribalism. Nothing they can do than sectionalism. Nothing they can do than starvation. Nothing they can do than using gun to grab people's land, promoting their tribal men. Look at it. Buhari came out and said the ban on open grazing that certain governors do is irrelevant. It's out of law.
It's a show of power.
It's a show of power. Is this that? And say we pose the same Fulani to have land in the name of forest reserve. People that are killing, you support them. People that say, oh, stop killing, there are people you are against them. Then is it what you say they can do? That's what they can do. That's what you're expecting from them to do. And that's what they know to do much. To shed the blood of innocent people. To kill the indigenes and take their land.
All right, Mr. Okoro, thank you so much because of our time. I really appreciate you for coming out to speak, to express your views.
Don't pause. I am Okoko them. Right. In this second Biafra Republic. Right. Long live Republic of Biafra. Omo Biafra. Ona Hagwanona. Onyandi Republic of Chembenile. Mazin Namdi Kalo. Jiji. Jehovah Nojregi. We shall overcome. In the name of Yehoshua. Amen.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Then, my people Igbo, we are grieving that they did not make us chief of army staff. He would have employed a Igbo man as a chief of army staff. Why? He carry Fulani put there. Not be Fulani man again. Thank you so much.
We have the acting.
Thank you.
Acting chief of army staff.
I don't know the name. Is it an Igbo?
No.
No, they said he put an acting now someone. Thank you very much. You Igbo man that is agitating seriously that your man was not made the chief of army staff. Thank you. We thank God. Had he been a made Igbo man chief of army staff, don't you think the person would have suffered the same fate that Atairu suffered in the mid-air? Don't you know? It is a blessing in disguise.
What I'm even trying to say is that based on the way the president go about its appointment.
He should be an Igbo man.
Now,
you should put an Igbo man so that
to calm the nerves of the
Nigerians down,
of Igbos.
Igbos, because any meeting we are doing now, any security meeting going on within the servicemen, are you listening? Yeah. You will see Fulani, Hausa, Irabo, Alao, all of them in the southwest. No Igbo man is there. So what we are liking the president, Mr. President, to do is that he should choose an Igbo man now, appoint him as chief of army staff to calm down this ethnic, unrest.
And do you think it will stop the agitation of the Igbo?
I think if he makes Igbo man chief of army staff, that will fuel the agitation more. Because
chief of army staff.
Yes.
And for presidency.
Yes.
2023 presidency.
Igbo man presidency 2023.
How do you see it?
No.
Chief of army staff now. No. And come 2023 presidency. An Igbo man.
Yes. I know. If they want to be.
Will it shape in everything?
I think it can do something a bit. It can do something a bit.
Would an end of the tunnel drop his agitation?
No, Mike. No, Mike. We cannot stop. No, we can be chasing rabbits and chasing rabbits. At a stage, you will chase rabbit and catch that rabbit. When you are chasing rabbit and chasing rabbit, you're almost catching up with the rabbit. You stop. It is foolish. You wasted all your energy. You wasted all your resources. But you, the rabbit, catch it because nobody stopped in time when you started pursuing the rabbit. Do you understand? Are you picking me?
Yeah.
When Nnamdi Kanu was doing this, when Wazirika was doing this, nobody voiced out. Now that they are about to get it, my brother, if Nigeria may they give me Nigerian president now. We have gone. Oduduwa has gone. The Republic of Oduduwa has kicked up. APC members, Tinubu, and some of Southwest governors, they hands up yesterday say, look, my hand no dey there. Akeredolu say he no go there alive. See Oduduwa. I say make he revise that word though. Make Akeredolu no talk say he can't dey alive. See Oduduwa Republic. Make he revise that word now. Everybody should go and tell him. Igbo is marching forward ever to make sure that Oduduwa, Federal Republic of Oduduwa or Republic of Oduduwa comes to emancipation. It must come to reality. Nobody swear say lie over his dead body. Oduduwa Republic will not come. You were there tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much.
I'm telling you, Michael.
All right, thank you so
much. So what are we saying? The man that died in the mid-air, Atayir Ibrahim, he commandeered soldier to southeastern Nigeria. He was busy bombarding around this Zogo in Imo State. That same day, 2 hours later, what happened? He died in the air. When we were confronted by Egyptian taskmasters, our slave masters, so days BC, our God fought for us. He set us free from the land of Egypt. When we met Red Sea, what happened? Pharaoh and his horsemen, they were coming, catch up with them, finish them, kill them, don't allow them. We talk in the name of Jesus to the Red Sea with the staff on our hands. What happened? The Red Sea divided into 2 perimeter walls, 2 perimeters. The sea in the middle there, with our eyes, we saw fish gasping for breath. We move in, people of the Lord. They are coming, Pharaoh, they were coming. We must kill them today. What happened? As we step out, Pharaoh entered the sea, and it was covered up. May the soul of Atahiru Jega and pray, but now God will take the decision, but we always say that. Rest in peace.
All right, thank you so much, Raphael. Nigerians have been expecting something different this time around, something tactical from the president. And what is the majority of Nigerians are expecting this time around? Of course, the president has been this kind of person that is kind of tribal in his appointment, or lopsided in his appointment. Now that the chief of army staff is gone, what do you expect from the president, and what tribe do you expect the president to appoint to that position?
Thank you very much. Personally, to be candid with you, this government, their hallmark is nepotism. And we are seeing it play out in the appointment of security positions. Having said that, I equally recognize that Mr. President have prerogative, discretion to appoint anybody he deems fit within the military hierarchy. Having said that, I think it would have been fair if Mr. President would look towards the southeast for purpose of balancing the abnormality in appointments in the security architecture. Because if you look at it, right from National Security Advisor, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Air Staff, Chief of Naval Staff, Director of DSS, the Director of Police, name it, there are about 13 positions. None of them is from Southeast. And here in Nigeria, we have federal character entrenched in the Constitution. And federal character says that if you are given that position, it has to reflect geographical spread. And you have to do it in such a way that it is devoid of ethnic bias. So if you look at the appointment of this government when it comes to security positions, they have violated that aspect of constitution grossly. So to balance it, it is a candidate advice. That notwithstanding, he has the right to decide who to appoint. It would have been fair and better he appoint somebody from Southeast. One, it will give them a sense of belonging. And it will douse the tension we are witnessing in the Southeast.
And will it stop the agitation?
It may not totally stop the agitation, but to an extent it will douse it. Because they have a sense of belonging. It will no longer be a case of an army, a chief of army staff who is from Kaduna, for instance, is sending a fighter jet to go and bomb people in Olo. If the Nazi plane in Olo, for instance, bombing people, and their son is the chief of army staff, they know where to put accusing finger. So if you do it that way, it will no longer be the government against the people. They will now go back to think and try to reevaluate the situation. If your son can be the chief of army staff and you see a raid in your locality, it means there's something fundamental they are not addressed. But by the time you see from number one to the highest echelon of security arrangement to the least, there is no person from your extraction that is occupied any of the positions. And somebody is coming to tell you that they are bombing your place because there is nobody to speak for you. They will buy into it.
Matthew, you are entering June very soon. What are your expectations? Of course, I won't say we've achieved a lot in Nigeria per January to this present day we're talking about, or present month. What are your expectations from this administration from June to December?
They cannot do better than they have done. The reason is not far-fetched. Because look at the indices that would have made the economy buoyant. They are not there. Look at the indices that would have made the GDP to grow. They are not there. How often do you see foreign investors coming into Nigeria to invest? The rate at which they are coming is declining. Look at PMS, Premium Motor Spirit, that stimulates the economy. It is facing threats. Just recently, the state governors came together to advise the federal government to do a total deregulation of the downstream sector. By implication, they should remove subsidy totally from PMS. And if that happens, you are going to see PMS selling for as high as 450 naira per litre. And if that happens, automatically there will be crisis in the downstream sector. And I know that anything happens to PMS in Nigeria has multiplier effect on the economy. And it's a disaster in waiting. The federal government has made it very clear, abundantly clear, that they cannot continue financing fuel subsidy. It's just that they are looking for ways to do it. But my advice would have been, let them go and fix the refinery. Let them build modern refinery. Or better still, they should wait for Dangote refinery to start production before they do the total deregulation. And it is imminent. Withdrawal of subsidy is imminent. It is like something that they cannot avoid, because the state governors are already G-trained, because they don't reason. The money they used to share is no longer forthcoming. So that is why they are putting pressure on federal government to do a total withdrawal of subsidy. And if you look at between now and December, they have another part of the year. There is no much federal government could do, because one, insecurity is increasing. If they were addressing insecurity to the point of decimating insurgents, it would have been reasonable. Look at what happened recently. We learned that Chakra was killed by ISWAP. ISWAP happened to be stronger than Boko Haram. And this is a global terrorist organization that taking over terrorism organization in Nigeria. So it tells you that Nigeria is in for a bigger problem.
And do you think Shekau is dead?
To an extent, I believe it. To an extent. Because from what I can understand, ISWAP went there in their numbers with so much fighters. And the man was arrested to the point where he had a secret vest that was had explosive. He detonated it and he killed himself and people around him. But the point I'm trying to make here is we are seeing insurgency being taken over by a more formidable group, a global terrorist organization for that matter. So it tells that Nigeria is in for a bigger trouble. You may have killed, or rather a Shekau may have died, but the dimension the insurgency is taking is more monumental and is more frightening. If Nigeria have not been able to wrestle just a Shekau, how much more ISWAP? Just recently, somebody has spoken up that ISIS have given the mandate to take over the coordination of terrorist organization in Nigeria. So what are we saying? Nigeria is in for a bigger trouble. And it's unlikely that Nigeria will record any success more than what they recorded in first half of the year.
Wow. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Very brilliant from Matthew. Thank you so much, Matthew. I really appreciate it. On this note, we say goodbye to you on today's edition of Diverse Views. At News Join us next time on the same platform. Michael Adekule remains my name. Of course, behind the camera is Sheyi or Detola. You can join us on our social media and just displayed on the screen. You can also join me on Facebook at Michael Timtaya Adekule MICHAEL. Michael Timtaya Adekule, and on Instagram at Adekule Michael Timtaya. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.